Good morning and welcome to the next podcast around the Collier-talks cricket memorabilia. Very disappointing result for the test match in Brisbane this week. A few late nights, but wasn't really worth it in the end. We got quite excited on day 3 with a great comeback on day 3. But unfortunately day 4 was a different story. You just can't get 8 wickets down, lose 8 wickets for 70 odd runs. It's just not competitive at all. That's got to change. So congratulations to Australia, and hopefully we'll put up a better show in Adelaide. So we're still going to do some more Ashes stuff this week. Straight after this podcast, we've got a short video of Peter Schofield's collection in Australia. We've got a magnificent collection there, probably one of the best collections in the world, I would say, of pre-1950s perhaps. Plenty of Golden Age stuff, and before that, and plenty of Bradman stuff. So just gives us a little glimpse into his magnificent museum that he's got down there. So hopefully you're going to enjoy that. So anyway, just to start with this week, there's a book here that's I've just got from Roger Packham, Felix on Cricket. Now this book evolved after Roger found the memoirs of Nicholas Felix, or Nicholas Wanashot as you want to call him. Very famous for Felix on the Bat is his famous book. So this is quite an interesting read. I've only just started it, but what surprised me a little bit, because I'm not sure I knew it or not, but he was the inventor of the tubular batting glove with the Indianised rubber. So quite a famous man. And the catapulter, the first bowling machine. So I'm not sure whether I knew that or I'd just forgotten it or what, but having read the introduction and stuff on that one, that sort of reminded me again. So quite an interesting book there, I think, from Roger. Only 100 done. So I think John McKenzie is going to be doing these, so you might have to get hold of John if you want one, but obviously quite an interesting character in Nicholas Felix, or Wanashot, however you pronounce it. So just going to go into some early Ashes stuff this week, as we've been doing the last few weeks. And this is a photograph here of the 1897-98 Stoddart's tour to Australia, all in their blazers. Unfortunately, if I let go of it, it's going to fall to pieces. It's a bit of worse for wear, but it's quite a nice photograph there. The boys there in their Stoddart blazers. That's a good tour, that one. So next we're going to have 1891. This one with a W.G. Grace's tour to Australia under the guise of Lord Sheffield, who paid W.G. Grace £3,000 to actually go on this tour, to cover his expenses and cover his doctor's surgery in Bristol. So that's quite a rare thing. This actually come out from eBay. I've got about 3 of these pictures of Lord Sheffield on the tour, and so they come from eBay, and I bid, I think it cost me 200 or 300 quid, but all come out of an album, the lady told me. I did actually visit the lady who I got them off, so she said it come up from an auction, and these were in the album. So quite a nice thing. There's another one of it of in the group of Sheffield in Tasmania, and also the Isis on the Nile. So that's quite I actually haven't seen very many of these photographs of that team ever come up, to be honest. So quite a nice rarity there. Just after they got to Australia, well, here's the ship that they went over on, the Arcadia, and this is actually a postcard of the ship that you could get on board. And that's the sort of some of the conditions they could come up against. So it's no wonder there was a bit of seasickness on the tour, or on the voyage, should I say. This one is dated 1913, actually. This one, the Arcadia finished its life in 1915. This was addressed to Miss M. Jones, Berkshire Club, Reading, Berkshire. And she posted this in just before they got to Bombay. So she was obviously going to India. So quite a nice postcard there. Actually says on there, keepsakes of your voyage, on the top corner there. So there's the back of it there. So quite an interesting social history there. And then as they got to Australia, this is another, when they were on the Arcadia. And this is a sort of a entertainment sheet, this one. I've shown it before. We've got the RMS Arcadia there, Friday, November the 6th, 1891, which is just as they got to Australia, so this might have been a sort of leaving do. We've got the darkest African minstrel, so it's not actually very politically correct these days, but it's quite interesting, I have to say. You've got the introduction there by W.G. Grace, and then down here we've got Reed and Shaw all performing, and Briggs, Stoddart all performing songs and little acts, so it must have been quite a good entertainment for the evening, and a few passengers on there as well, I would say. So quite an interesting little document there from that tour. And just a matter of interest, on the back of it there's another photograph there, which is, where's that from? That's Moses Hills, that one. So the camel there, it's obviously come off that same tour, but very interesting social history there from W.G. Grace's tour, 1891. So the next one I want to show you is, which I've shown before, but it's a lovely photograph of the 1903 side here, all in their lovely hats and what have you. This is a McCann from Adelaide. It's either Adelaide House or Adelaide Botanical Gardens. Adelaide House, Australia House, should I say. It's a lovely photograph, which obviously needs dusting at the bottom there, but there we are. So very pleased to have that. I've had that quite a few years now. That's a nice photograph. And the next one, which is probably one of my favourite photographs actually, it's come from the Film E collection. And this is the 11-12 side to Australia. This is a, which was Pets of Adelaide, this one. So it's a super photograph. This is obviously with Plum Warner playing this one. It's after that he went ill, so didn't play any more matches. So that's a lovely photograph there. All the boys in their attire. You notice there that they've only got blazers without a number and a date on them, or whatever. Nice new caps. This is the first tour. Oh no, sorry, no, the 1903 one was the first tour under the auspices of MCC. So this is the third one, I think, this one. But a lovely photograph, that. I won't get many better than that from the Film E collection. Fortunately, I found an authentic frame in an old antique shop, and my frame beautifully put it in that frame. So I hope you enjoyed that one. It's a cracking photograph there. That's a nice photograph. So anyway, we're going to move on a few years now and go to these goblets which are behind me. These were given, each player had a goblet, a surviving player from the Ashes series had a goblet made in trend at Norfolk. This one is Leonard Hutton's, which is a lovely, got a nice ping to it. I've got 5 of these, just show you one more, which is F.S. Truman. So it's a nice handmade goblets there, glass goblets. You can see they're slightly different sizes and whatever, so the nils at the bottom are different. So that's a nice addition to the, they are nice additions to the collection. So anyway, that's enough for me this week. We'll do a bit more Ashes stuff next week perhaps. Hopefully we'll be on the right side of a victory in Adelaide. Hopefully we might get the right team selection this time, and with Jimmy Anderson and Broad playing, perhaps get a bit of seam going. So anyway, that's enough for me this week, and I hope you enjoyed Peter Schofield's short video after this one. See you next week. Cheers.